Hello, Judge Joe Brown, and all the viewers. So, for anyone who doesn't know, Judge Joe Brown made this post last year, directed at Canada towards me, for the duration of time that I resided at his home in Memphis, Tennessee. So, last year, I was in a situation where someone tried to grab me with a machete, duct tape, rope, an abused pit bull, which later attacked me with other pit bulls, and other paraphernalia and weapons in their car. They were arrested. For those who don't know, I'm an American Indian under the Jay Treaty and Article 6 of the Constitution. I'm fully documented. I have my tribal citizenship card. I have a social security number here in the United States as an American Indian. Fully documented. I'm a survivor of human trafficking, and I made a video about it last year, and Andrew Tate shared the video, and it got a lot of attention. Judge O'Brien actually also noted that and shared it with some favor as well. So anyways, he had let me stay with him at his home, and the next morning that I was at his house, he took me to lunch with his niece Ricky, and he had showed me a series of conversations between Andrew Tate and this girl, Top Girl Hiko, or Top Girl whatever her name is, and also messages of her complaining about me. I don't know this girl. I don't even know Andrew Tate. Judge Joe Brown told me that Andrew Tate was trafficking this woman and many other women, and that he was trying to share my story online so that he could somehow traffic me too. I don't know. I didn't care. I was like, if it's a problem, my father will deal with it. It's not my problem. I don't know anything about this. I don't know these people. Never met these people. So moving forward, that was that. He continued to persist on how I needed to be cautious of Andrew, but whatever. Moving forward, he would go out sometimes, and he would have dates come over. Maybe he wanted to sleep with someone, whatever, and he would have me go to one of his friends' house. So one of the ladies he had me go to her house, her name was Kim, and she was the head administrator at the local college, and she introduced me to her son. So the first night I went over to her house, we were supposed to actually go for lunch, but instead she had her son take me out for lunch, in which he prompted, if I needed a boyfriend and blah, blah. I was like, no, I actually need to get on my feet. I need to start working, go to school, and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I was like, I guess we can be friends because I'm going to be hanging out with your family a lot, whatever. He also went and did an interview at Patrick Bet-David's podcast while I was staying at his house. And at that time, he had me stay with another guy named Tony, who was also a Freemason, like Judge Joe Brown, 33 degree. Judge Joe Brown actually said he was a Shriner. And Tony tried to convince me to marry him to solve my trafficking problem as a Native American. And I was like, no, I'm sorry, I don't need your assistance with that. I'm Native, I have full rights in this country. I don't need to marry somebody. And so that happened. The son of Kim, I would spend time with. His name is Chris. He told me that he used to be a pimp, and he tried to get me on OnlyFans. And you can guess how that situation went with the time that I spent with Chris and the things that happened. But I still have videos of the encounters. What he did, I don't know. Judge Joe Brown also told me that he knew that there were videos of me online on certain porn sites, and told me which ones to go looking for the videos that people put of me on those sites without my permission, from when I was trafficked. And I said, no, I'm not gonna go look into that. I don't want to. If it ever comes to my attention, then I'll deal with it then. Now, Judge Joe Brown is saying that I'm a scammer. When I was at his house, he took me to USCIS to report what was happening to me as a Native American and the unlawful things that ICE was trying to do to me. He also told me to apply for Olive Garden, and I got a job there, and he would take me to work. He also took me to work at another place that I started working at, a substitute teaching job, and would pick me up and things like that. So where's the scam? He knew that I had nothing, and then my father was also paying for things while I was there. Where's the scam? He put me around a boatload of people who were trying to sleep with me, did sleep with me, were doing egregious things to me, and there was no benefit to me. So I would say that everybody got paid. And on top of that, the reason he put me out of his house is because it came down to it eventually where he kept trying to convince me that my father was a bad person and that he was trafficking me with Andrew Tate, might I add. And told me that the treason reports that my father made that actually substantiate everything that Trump is talking about in regards to election interference, the bioterrorism, and all these other things. My father's a mechanical engineering tech with a bachelor in technology, by the way. He was trying to convince me that all of those things were a lie, and that my father is this terrible, evil person, and that I need to take legal action against them, and if I don't, he's going to take legal action against me. Now, I chose not to. I said there's no evidence for that, and if this is what you're going to do, you're either going to have to kill me right now, or take me to the police, let me give them all of the evidence that I have and my father has accumulated over the last 4.5 years as whistleblowers. Put us in front of a jury of our peers and let them decide what the truth is. And I will do that. And he was like, no, we can't do that with you, sorry. He was trying to get me to do a deal with the police against my father, people like my father and Andrew Tate, when I have no evidence for what he's saying. Needless to say, after that, he kicked me out of his house. Next day, I was attacked by multiple dogs, 2 pit bulls and another large dog, and I had to go hospital. And yeah, I was continually attacked after that, and I was on the street for quite some time and trying to go in, find shelters that I could go into, whatever. So I don't know what scam he's talking about, but as far as I'm concerned, everybody involved got whatever they wanted. So, yeah. Next time you want to say something, say it with your chest. Don't be a coward. Tag us in it. Or matter of fact, take it to court. But you know you can't do that, can you? Because then they would be asking a whole lot of questions that you don't want to answer and cannot. Good luck to you, Judge Joe Brown.